On Thursday, February 15th, a judge in New York laid the groundwork for the first ever criminal trial of a former U.S. president by rejecting Donald Trump's request to dismiss charges alleging he falsified business records to conceal hush money payments made to a porn star prior to his successful presidential campaign in 2016. Donald Trump opposed the trial, arguing it would interfere with his campaign efforts to reclaim the presidency in the November election. However, Judge Juan Merchan dismissed these objections and ruled that jury selection would begin on March 25th. Lawyers involved in the case have predicted a 6-week trial duration, during which Trump is expected to appear in court every weekday, rather than campaigning. At 77, Trump is the frontrunner for the Republican presidential nomination and is likely to face 81-year-old Democrat Joe Biden, whom he lost to in 2020. Despite his loss, Trump continues to falsely claim that he was prevented from securing re-election due to voting irregularities. Trump faces an unprecedented 4 indictments covering 91 charges, including attempts to illegally overturn the 2020 election results, illegal possession of highly classified documents at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida at the end of his presidency in early 2021, and the New York case. He has denied all charges. If convicted on any of the charges, Trump could face years in prison. However, he views his frequent court appearances as part of his campaign, often making derogatory, impromptu complaints about the charges and accusing prosecutors of trying to prevent him from winning the presidency again. Upon entering the courtroom on Thursday, he remarked to reporters that the indictment would not have been filed if he were not running for president and performing well. In the New York case, an indictment with 34 counts accuses him of falsifying business records to cover up a $130,000 payment to porn actress Stormy Daniels to prevent her from disclosing an encounter they allegedly had during a celebrity golf event 10 years earlier. Trump has repeatedly denied her claims. The key witness in the New York case is Michael Cohen, Trump's former lawyer and fixer. Cohen stated that he paid the hush money to Daniels and was reimbursed through a series of payments after Trump took office in 2017. Cohen claimed that Trump assured him of the forthcoming payment during an early presidency meeting at the White House. In 2018, Cohen pleaded guilty to violating federal campaign finance laws and lying to Congress in this case. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison, served 13 and a half months, and then was placed under home confinement for a year and a half. Cohen, once known for his loyalty to Trump, delivered sharp testimony against his former boss in front of a congressional panel in 2019, stating, "I am no longer protecting Mr. Trump." He labeled Trump as a con man and a cheat. Cohen, whose prison sentence ended in late 2021, expressed his ongoing commitment to law enforcement, promising to continue providing information, testimony, documents, and full cooperation with all ongoing investigations to hold others accountable for their actions. The prosecution's case centers on the claim that Trump illegally recorded the hush money payments to Cohen as business expenses for legal work, rather than campaign expenses to defeat Democrat Hillary Clinton in the presidential race. Trump argued that the state laws governing business record management do not apply to federal elections. The timeline for Trump's other criminal trials remains unclear. A federal appeals court panel in Washington, D.C., unanimously ruled last week that Trump could not be exempt from charges for conspiring to illegally overturn the election results during his presidency's final weeks. Trump has appealed this decision to the Supreme Court, which has yet to indicate whether it will hear the case's arguments or uphold the lower court's ruling and proceed with the trial. Originally scheduled to begin on March 4th, this trial has been indefinitely postponed. At another courtroom hearing in Atlanta on Thursday, Trump's lawyers requested a Georgia judge disqualify the prosecutor charging him and several political allies with crimes related to their attempts to overturn his 2020 election loss in the state. District Attorney Fani Willis acknowledged a romantic relationship with Nathan Wade, a lawyer she hired to help prosecute the case. Lawyers for Trump and some of his co-defendants claim Wade's high salary was used to fund vacations with Willis, thus tainting the criminal charges. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and like.